Oh no!
There it is. There it is. It's up there. It's gone now. Are you okay?
No!
What have you done? You killed my son!
What, baby brother?
Malaka, that smell! Who knew dye so foul would be so expensive? Purple dye might stink like rotten dog guts, but I'll be fucked if it doesn't make me look like a god.
Technically, it's made from rotten snail guts.
I'm wearing snail guts?
Now.
We're public.
Yes, you are now. I'll give it a shot. Sourmon, you.
Oh, okay, alright.
I'll kill you! You won't get far!
Well, I'm punishing this guy because I was told to get a key for him. This guy, on the other hand, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Try again, see what happens. Again. Do it. Try again, buddy. Come on, you got this, bud. You're doing great, I believe in you. Come on, buddy. Maybe if I'm over here, maybe you'll do better. Come on. There you go. See, wasn't that fun? You can tell Hades you hit me once. Oh no! There's a bounty hunter tracking me. Tillamoos the Tamed. Wait, they're sending the tamed guy after me? He looks so depressed. Look at this man. Look at... Oh, hi, Burger. Tillamoos the Tamed used to brawl with the most dangerous men he could find, but children and grandchildren have a way of softening one's edge. He became very, very quickly after that. Well, almost. He's a grandpa! He's a grandpa! I can't kill grandpa! Hold on. We'll fix this. We'll fix this. We're gonna make this right. I don't know how, but by golly, we're gonna make this right. Yeah, it said in his things that he became a grandpa. This dude.
I'm proud of you.
So here's what we're gonna do. I ain't gonna disappoint your grandkids. We're gonna tell your grandkids you have a new employer. That's what we're gonna do. Yep. Yes. Death? I'm gonna be your boss, my guy. All right. Sorry, bud. First, I'm looting your stuff as, penance. But on the second thing, you're recruited.
Join my
You are recruited, sir.
All right, go tell you can go tell the grandkids I allowed you to live. What rank was he anyway? Air damage, rower damage. I don't want him on the ship. I don't want to put him directly on the ship. I'm not going to tell his grandkids I got him killed. It's not his fault he makes stupid choices.
I mean, it kind of is, though.
Oh, that's right, it is. Well, I still want to do it.
It's his fault he's stupid.
Are you stupid?
Look, I know that you're the one who brought the matches and burned down the place, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault everyone died in the fire.
Yeah, it's one of those things that was, I don't know where I was going with this.
Like, yeah, I don't know where I was going with this.
Anyway, who put the bounty on me just because I killed a guy? 400 gold? That's so expensive. I better kill him.
That's so expensive. I'm gonna kill him. I'm just gonna kill him. I'm just gonna kill him. You know, I'm just gonna kill him.
He had the audacity to put a bounty on my head after I killed 3 people. The nerve! The actual nerve. I have a question about the hem. What does the verse mean? I dare not trust the sweetest frame mean in solid rock? It's been a while since I've heard that hem.
That's from the song. I don't think the song is called Solid Rock, but I know the line you're talking about. I dare not trust the sweetest frame. Sweetest frame usually is in reference to like a house or like physical object. So it's like, I dare not put my trust in physical things like physical pleasures. Like, I dare not put my trust or faith in a physical, beautiful thing, like be it a house or a wife or a husband or a job or something like that. Like, you don't put your trust in things that look beautiful.
They'll keep a sharp watch
God,
here.
you gotta love them. Amen!
Yep. Wow. It can't be this easy.
Oh, it can, and it will.
And what did we learn? Don't put a bounty on me.
You think they'd learn?
He's gonna get to Hades and there's just gonna be a line of people. Put a bounty on Alexios? Yeah. Us too. Oh, you chickens wanna go? I mean, good tonight.
Yeah, no worries, Burger. About to answer. Oh yeah, I just looked up. It's called My Hope Is Built. Yeah. My hope is built on nothing less.
Alright, now, I'm about to go to a guy that's claiming to be a god. I gotta make sure I humble him a bit, so I'm...
You're killing chickens. Don't you know that in Skyrim you should be executed?
They attack first! Dun 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 dun. Went a little too far. Alright, bud, I have your little key.
Look how he strides. A confidence. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were two gods
the
of
world's
Kipera.
end.
Disc.
Praise me.
Dad.
I worked through you.
I'm going to beat you.
Time to meet
Not
the
you.
lords then?
I'd love to introduce you to my family.
You're only a fraction of my power.
If
So
you
you're riding a
join me.
Rapidash.
No, it's a ponytail. No horn.
So you're riding a pony?
That,
Does
my
it teach
dear
you about
listeners,
friendship?
I can absolutely
Barnabas does, actually.
Please will I address my audience.
Please put some clothes on.
Rejoice, for I, your humble God,
I
Sam.
shall
Is he wearing a
introduce you to
loincloth
my
or is he
brothers
just straight
and
up?
sisters.
He's wearing a loincloth, but that's not
Freedom
enough.
awaits you. Ares demands your audience.
That's a big promise.
You doubt me?
Yes.
I doubt you could get us to the ocean. It's behind you, by the way.
How dare you mock? I'm a god. A god. What am I? A god?
He sounds convinced.
We set
I
sail
believe
for
him.
the Gulf of Corinth.
I like the
All
kind
the
of shit.
secrets she veils. Meet us there and see the truth for yourself.
Alright, we're gonna go tangle with the
Meet your
Cyclops.
siblings?
I like tangling with Cyclopses.
This will be like the 3rd Cyclops I've dealt with.
Of all the Cyclopses in all the world.
Stairway to Olympus. Dang, they're fighting over Argos again? Alright, we're headed that way. Did you fight the Nurgle Pig yet? No, not yet. That comes when we get to the Peloponnesian Peninsula. I believe he's in Arcadia, but I can't quite remember.
Arcabadida.
Mm-hmm. Alright, hold on. Before we go, there's always time for looting. Fur gloves. Thanks, I guess. They're actually better than what I had for this. Okay, sure. Thanks, actually. But I'm going to go in wearing my immortal set because if I die, I don't. When I first played this game, I actually went down here without realizing that I had to like find somebody to do it. So I thought like I was like missing something like in the cave itself. And hello. The Shepherd's Cane.
What about Shepherd's Canes?
I found one.
Oh, okay. How's that working out for you?
Dude, you actually got in here? I'm kind of impressed.
I hear you, my brothers, my sisters.
Did you sacrifice
Sounds
this?
very stumpy today. I know that temper anywhere there is. Do not fear, brother. I shall comfort you soon. Please. You see? They're here. The gods are behind this door.
This isn't Olympus.
I didn't mean to be away so long. Kithera is... Well, if you're looking to unleash a new plague...
Your feelings are not unfounded there,
Not
Burger.
what I expected.
Camouflage, my unimaginative friend. A mere disguise to ward off those seeking the glory inside.
You sure about that, champ?
You hear them too?
There's something in there, Empedocles, but it's bigger than Aphrodite's welcoming bosom.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
preparing our welcome. Quickly, Vistios. We cannot delay.
Whatever's inside,
Let's go do it, bud.
I'm ready.
Let's go do it,
Brothers and
champ.
sisters.
So, how are you getting in, champ? Oh, this. Putting the disc in. You know, if you're going to go meet your family, maybe you should be better dressed. Just saying. I mean, the look works for Dionysus, not necessarily you.
This is it. The realm of eternity. The house of the gods.
Well, it looks like it could use a fixer-upper.
Creators of the universe. Outstretch your mighty hands and raise me to the heavens.
Well, that didn't work out. Oh, hi, buddy.
I remember
Whoa.
the biggest thing I had to kill was a fucking minotaur. He does not look happy. Let's see if I can...
Oh, he can do that Hulk clap thing. That's good to know.
Everyone loves a Hulk clap.
Okay, gotta keep the old distance. Missed me. He is not a happy camper. He's not. Oh, my heavens. What's the matter? Poseidon never told you he loved you or something?
No, I got beat up by nobody.
Nobody. What a nerd. Are you upset about how you're portrayed in Christopher Nolan's movie? Yeah, we know, good guy, we know.
You know, we're supposed to take this historically, right? We're supposed to believe this is actual history, and that's just this apparently actually happened. There actually was a giant Cyclops historically.
Yeah, it's just a piece of Eden, though.
Okay, alright, so we're not supposed to find anything biblical, of course. That's all super nonsense. Giant Cyclops thing, that's accurate.
Supposedly I'm fighting an illusion.
An illusion that can physically hurt you. Gotcha. Yeah, come on.
The Isu work in retarded ways. I like how he covers his eyes as he's moving. He's not falling for that mistake again. Oh! Come on, buddy. What you aiming for, Dugong? Come on. Whoa. Yeah, you're definitely one of Poseidon's kid causing mini earthquakes. Ole.
And I thought Empedocles was the handsomest one in the family.
It's funny because you suck. I'm gonna get you. Hi there, Hannah Banana. What the? It is. What exactly are you? Oh, Big Man figured out melee weapons. I'm proud of you.
A little boy's growing up.
And they said it could not be done. Odysseus eat your heart out. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was close.
Again, this is an illusion that can rip rocks out of the wall.
Well, you see, I believe the Isu had a famous saying. It was "shut up." I want you to apologize to the Isu now. The Isu may be bad, but this...
Busy pop, okay?
At least I'm being entertained.
Well, the writing quality feels similar.
Yeah, but at least I'm not hearing constant sex jokes and swearing.
I've heard a little bit. Although they try to censor it with my...
It's not censoring it, that's just the word. Because everybody's heard about the bird. I said a bird, bird, bird. Bird is the... You know, the problem with you, Brontes, is you're not like Gregor. Gregor knows to throw rock.
Gregor is very good. Gregor throw rock and make heretics leave.
Meanwhile, you, on the other hand, well, I don't know. If Poseidon's your daddy, I'm guessing Mama was ugly. This will be classified as the worst trip in history. Magic school bus, Mrs. Frizzle bringing Arnold up. Like, please let this be a normal field trip. With the Frizz? Unfreaking likely. He has splash damage. Way! We'll get it, buddy. Come on. One eye, and it apparently doesn't work. Hey, buddy, watch this magic. Hey, buddy, what were you aiming for? Because it surely wasn't me. Gosh, you... Why do they recommend the Minotaur first? This guy's cake in comparison.
Hey, you know those bosses you fight in Dark Souls? This is their baby.
The ugly baby.
I never said they were a pretty baby. She may not be pretty now, but she was somebody's child once.
Woo! I'm not going to question the fact that this no longer looks like an eye. And Polyphemus' Cyclops bludgeon. That's an axe, sir, not a bludgeon. But let's take a look at its abilities. Pause! Assassin damage? This has assassin damage? It's like, yes, the greatest assassination tool of all. Giant freaking axe.
I mean, you could definitely kill someone with it.
This is redonkulous. Sure, I'll put it with the assassin's bit. I'll put it with the assassin's clothes. Oh no, it's not good enough for that. Oh my goodness, that is wild. Well, that happened. And now finally, I can go visit Mama. I'm trying to stay over while carrying that instruct when you live it up for a sneak attack. I mean, granted, it adds for comedy. It's like, yes, my barbarian spec'd into stealth. What do you mean the world map is unavailable? That's better. Hold on, where's Barnabas? We have to chat. Oh, there's the Lyconian wolf. We'll deal with that in a moment. Oh, I took a picture here long ago. Bird! Hermetic pillars marked roads and borders. They were also... Okay, I guess we don't need to know that. Was it important? Just stare at the magical glowing pyramid. Oh, they were also used protection to it and to attract fertility in the homes of cities. Uh-huh.
Ready the oars.
Nice to have you back, Commander.
Well, go ahead and tell him we fought a Cyclops, my bro.
Salvage nearby.
That merchant ship was going for it. We took it before he could grab it. Hell yeah. That was the worst faction in all fought. Yes. Unquestionably, they are the worst. They are idiotic, pointless, and I don't like them. So we're going to tell Barnabas about the Minotaur, but we fought a Cyclops and an actual Cyclops, not worthy of mention. Okay. I mean, it's not like he would, you know, not believe me. Because I could tell this guy that I married a mermaid and he'd probably believe me. But that adds to his charm. Is this speed historically accurate? It depends on the... Oh, hi, Atla. It depends on the wind. Because, like, if you let the sail down and you're going the direction with the wind, you could probably get some pretty good knots on there. But if you're going against the wind, that's going to be a problem. Because keep in mind, this is before triangular sails. And so that's why rowing was so important. If you weren't going along with the wind, muscle power was the order of the day. How's Raven doing? He's doing all right. He's in the room with me if you want to ask him any questions. We're getting into Laconia, the land of the Spartans. That must have been important at some point. Any tips on writing epistolary fiction? Uh-huh. I may have questions in this stream for him today. Oh, okay. As far as epistolary, yeah, I think that's more of a Raven question. He's in the middle of something. Give me just a second, and then I will ask him.
You look troubled, Alexios. This bay feels familiar somehow. A bird can fly away for seasons, but will always recognize its nest when it returns. This is Sparta. I don't think I'm welcome here. I'm not sure of much.
I killed a lot of Spartans in the process of this.
When the time is right,
Okay, Raven.
Yeah.
They have a question for you. Any tips on writing epistolary fiction?
another day.
You need to have the story laid out before you even start creating the sources of the story.
And for those of us that, I mean, certainly I know what it means, but
You need to understand what your you also need to recognize the bias in the sources of the
yeah, now for those people, oh, she leveled up there.
yeah.
But but for those of us that don't know what epistolary fiction is, I mean, I totally know, but some people watching might not know. Oh.
Where you use sources, diaries, newspaper articles, stuff like that to tell a story.
You made it. I trust the seas were favorable?
Poseidon might be the only one not trying to kill me.
I did kill his kid, though.
Vera, did you find him?
Regrettably.
What did he tell you?
He's a big nerd.
He told me a lot of things. Icarus was once his.
Two-timer.
Doors to Atlantis need to be sealed. And something about mind-controlling artifacts. I think I left with more questions than answers.
Yes. He tends to have that effect on
And
people.
he wouldn't stop talking about triangles.
You and he...
Why do they pick him?
Did you know
Like,
he
of all
was
the
for
Greek
100 years old?
individuals you could have picked,
Yeah, I know.
He looked young for his age. I never imagined we'd stand on Spartan soil together again.
Wait, hold on. Was that Hell having an opinion? Kill him!
I don't know how to feel. I've spent some of the happiest days of my life here. And some of the worst, too.
Sparta is our home. But we'll have to rid ourselves of the Puppet King if we are ever to find peace.
Whatever happened
The
to
Puppet King, he
Klaus?
sounds pretty cool.
Klaus stayed after I left, but now that he's gone, I don't know.
Why don't we go find out?
Of course. But first, there's something I want to show you.
Okay, we're going fast. Good to know, Mom. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were trying to run away from me. I spent all this time trying to find you, Mommy. Why do you run away? No, Mom. Absolutely not. I'm not riding a regular horse. I gotta impress the Spartans. I gotta show up on a freaking burning horse.
Mama don't like Nicolaus.
They get back together if I play my cards
I
right.
don't know why, like, why'd she even get with him? She doesn't seem to like the guy.
Oh, she loved Nicolaus.
I don't know. Like, do we have evidence of this?
The fact that she married him.
Yeah, because no one in the Assassin's Creed game ever faked marriage or romance.
The fact that she gets back with him.
I don't know. Could be an active desperation.
You can actually play it, but they don't. And I'm sorry, Mr. Spartan, that was not meant for you. Quit getting in the way of my spear, okay? Whoa! No witnesses, I'm sorry. Everyone saw that an Athenian did that. Kine? Remind me to kill a Laconian wolf after this.
Hey, dude, after this you need to kill a Myconian wolf.
Thank you. So you're not going to comment on the fact that I'm riding a flaming horse.
Well, you didn't talk about my Russell Sprout puppet.
Never will escape them.
Raven, did you start your Dark Angel story?
What Dark Angel story?
I think the one about protecting the child.
Memories
No,
of us
because I was told not to do that. That was a long time ago. Remember, that was back in the day when I was still learning about Warhammer, and I thought that it'd be a cool story to write, but my friend who knew more about Warhammer told me not to do it, so I never did it. I mean, it's something that I thought about doing and kind of wanted to do, but I was told not to do it, so I just abandoned the idea outright.
Oh, good view there.
This is where I first trained you to use your spear.
And you've been using it wrong ever since.
only hastens the grave.
You don't need to apologize, Apple. It was a long
How do you
time
think
ago.
I
A lot
got
of
this
people don't
far?
know that.
We
I want
got
to write a Dark
blood and
Angel story, but I'm pretty sure if I
spear
tried, I'd
while
be
you slept.
assassinated by the hardcore
Monsters
Warhammer
in your
fans.
dreams.
I couldn't face Cerberus empty
Just write Lion protecting Cardathia because everyone else can suck it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna write that. I'm definitely gonna write Lion and Cardathia. You can count on that.
Alexios, wait. You shouldn't interfere. This is Spartan training territory.
If they die, they die. Yes, Mater.
I hope you're right. For their sake.
Pedagogy is what turns boys into men. Interfering would only weaken them, weaken Sparta.
They're no good to Sparta if we leave them to die.
And they're no good to Sparta if they're too weak to kill a wolf. Come.
How does she not have a single wrinkle? Because she ages like fine wine, that's why. Don't worry, we're not going in Oedipus direction. Or should I say, oh, Oedipus. And those who want to know who Oedipus is, he is a potato.
Training is ruthless.
Not ruthless.
I'm a potato too.
I know.
I taste like french fry.
Boys will become cryptia.
But yeah, Lion and Cardathia must be together. It must happen.
Stalkers in the night.
Does that mean we have to hook up other Loyalist Primarchs with Wuthering characters?
It doesn't, but it's funny to think back. What do you think? I mean, Lehman Russ would probably get with Lupa, although she'd find him very annoying.
Slaves. Why don't they revolt?
Spartan fields keep their head.
Mortarion would probably get with Cantarella, because both have a thing for poison.
Now from the Athenians.
Based on the design, I would have thought she would have gotten with Fulgrim.
Our order.
She's not a
Most of
perfectionist.
us make great sacrifices for comfort.
Fulgrim would just keep thinking he could do better.
But they both have the same bedroom eyes. Gilliman's gonna get with, what's the moon one?
You know?
Yeah. Dorn will be too dense to pick up on hints, and that's why it'd be funny. Someone would probably go, Dorn, she's hitting on you. Oh,
She
gross. He's saving himself for bricks.
This was the first and last place.
Vulcan.
As soon as you were old enough to hold a
I don't even
spear,
know who Vulcan would get with. I don't know.
yard from
I
morning
don't
till
know. I don't
night.
know those shorts there.
Which one's the most happy-go-lucky?
Please.
He hid his pride from me,
Ameth?
but every night he would tell me
No, Ameth
he's
wouldn't
going
work
to
for
bring
Vulcan.
glory.
How about
to
that
Sparta.
redhead that likes shooting stuff?
Oh, Tsitia. Maybe. She might work.
Hmm?
As much as I hate him for what he did,
Sanguinius maybe with Ameth, because, I mean, let's face it, they both are winged
My heart
angels.
broke that day,
Uh,
but for the first time in ages, standing here with you, I truly believe it can mend again.
me too.
Gilman gets with your vein. It is written. Okay, so we have to find another knife here for G-Man.
I was scared I'd break her. I piled every
Now I
brick
have
and
to
pillow
break
I had
her.
around me.
Even then, you held her so tight. I thought you would squeeze the life out of her.
She turned out stronger than we thought.
The gods must be playing tricks on my eyes.
They are. Punches him in the face and runs.
Good to see you, Vrasidas.
Remember that time we massacred people together? Great memories.
That's not how I
Who gets with Peter
You
Turbo?
look well.
Perturabo, that's
A second place trophy?
You're alive.
Many we thought to be dead are still
who
breathing.
would give it
When I
Purdy?
heard the two of you came home,
We're
It's gonna
in
be someone
Sparta,
really
we're not
petty.
home yet.
We want our house back, Brasidas.
Sparta claimed your estate after Nikolaus.
The only one who meets him on an intellectual level is Mortefe, but that's a guy. Give me a female version of Mortefe and that'll work.
Stentor?
Wuthering's like, I'm on it.
You will find fans who have done art.
What do we have to do to get it back?
You'll need to negotiate your Spartan citizenship with the kings. It won't be easy.
Why not?
As happy as I am to see you, the kings...
Lorgar can get with Chubby.
Archidamos. Your exit from Sparta wasn't exactly...
Yeah, that actually works.
graceful.
He can't still be mad I broke his nose.
That's right, Mom.
In any case, he hasn't forgotten. But I have an idea that might help him forgive.
Tell us.
Spartan soldiers have been giving weapons to the Ilotes. Whoever takes care of these traitors will earn his thanks.
What?
Anyone for Angron?
Nerf
There's
with
no one in
Spartan
Wuthering that
soldiers
is that
helping
level
Ilotes.
of unhinged.
Ilotes greatly outnumber Spartans.
Or you need someone that would be so calming and comforting.
Mostly farmhands, servants, and apprentices. If someone unified them, armed them, and trained them, they'd be a real threat to Sparta.
But you said it was Spartans who were
Ironically, Lupa might also be the good both of them because they're both gladiators.
Find out why the Ilotes
But he might
are
resent the
bound.
fact that she chose
You'll have
that,
the king's attention.
not understanding the difference. How about Alfarius? The problem is Alfarius can't get married or date anyone because they're also Alfarius.
So, to get our house back, I must take
That would
out
be
the Spartan
Denjin for
commander
Angron, those who know,
responsible for inciting a
know.
useless rebellion.
I don't know.
Sounds easy enough.
I guess I don't understand,
Finally,
Hannah.
the throne
Oh,
room is done.
no.
I don't.
Oh,
This
it's
is
fine.
where I raised you. It's also where Leonidas raised me.
For Alfarius,
I'm going to visit his tomb just beyond the estate. You should pay your respects too before you get started.
I'll try.
Lacanian staff? Do I got ye old bonkin stick?
Tania would probably be best for Alfarius.
Who's she?
She was the girl who pretended to be someone she wasn't.
Oh.
For Robute, probably Augusta. Although Robute's married to Yvraine, so.
Well, I actually said Luna because I thought I'd like the law.
Oh, well, no, I guess that works. Ferris Manus is dead, so he doesn't count.
Okay, the Lacanian staff is surprisingly good. Conrad is the creepy guy.
Yeah, he is, but there's no one really. Well, actually, no. But then again, I don't see Conrad getting with Frolova. That's those two personalities don't mix. Frolova. Oh God, Frolova might be better for someone like Horus, actually.
Which one's for Lova?
The one with the white hair, red dress, flower lily theme.
Oh, the puppet one.
Yes.
Oh. Alright.
Say Horus on that one.
Yep. Corax.
Corax.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the most emo character of all?
Galbrenna, maybe.
Remind me of her.
She's the one who has Lae'zel voice actress.
Oh, yeah! Then
Oh yeah!
her.
Never
Her, that person.
Sparta. It looks so peaceful, despite the war raging elsewhere.
Who does Zanny get with?
Me.
Correct answer.
What does Zanny mean? I'm sorry, she's taken. I'm sorry.
Raven's like, dibs. Have a mighty need. And that's how the gacha games get you. Like, I'm not going to spend money this time. Releases the new waifu. I need. They know their audience. Zanny is working overtime. She would miss all date nights. Oh, maybe she'd actually be perfect for Gilliman. They can bond over the mutual fact that they get no sleep. Wait, who does Magnus get with?
I don't know. Anything about that one? I guess Mornier. She's a scientist girl with the prosthetic legs.
Oh, yes. It says, no, Magnus is mine.
There you go, Hannah.
That works because just like you, Magnus doesn't understand.
Okay, calm down, Lark. Hannah hasn't said anything or done anything to warrant that.
You're right, I apologize. Magnus still doesn't understand, though.
This is true.
And it shows the big red nerd. I know a cow that also likes him. You can't hear it, but Hannah right now, I swear. I still love the joke. Magnus did nothing wrong. You're right. I told Magnus to do nothing, and he did it wrong. Swan dive into the greatest night of your life. Magnus does not like to be touched. Magnus would be that nerd that just like Dorn would not comprehend. Though I am curious, Hannah, you gotta let us know. Out of all the Primarchs out there, why is Maggie the one you want?
Color scheme. She likes his color scheme. That was literally it.
Because he's red and blue? 40k dating sim would be interesting. Why do you think I play Rogue Trader? Because I have to get with the cutest navigator.
Ella. Size of it. That's no ordinary wolf.
It's a dire wolf. Or should I say a dir wolf? Well, might as well beat it with a shepherd stick. Laconian wolf, I'm calling you out. This is for all the wolves that kind of sicked on me. Did the Dark Angels return to the old ways after the lion went... hold on, I gotta read that. After the lion went to sleep. The old ways, and what do you mean the old ways? You mean the old ways of running the Legion pre-Lion? No. They actually kept all of his reforms because they genuinely worked. Because Lion be like that. When Lion makes a change, it's typically for the best. After all, Ow! Why would you do that to me, Wolf? You act like I'm trying to kill you. But I know you, servant of Kain. You get the bonking stick. Just like Porkins, you summon missiles. But these are slightly more easy to deal with. Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Well, I couldn't please kill me. I don't want to be associated with this. Come on now. What does it take to set you on fire? There we go. You're too late, heretic. Dark Heresy will have romance. Yeah, but it's not out yet, so... As soon as it is, though, I'm in. Lyconian Wolf. Put up a good fight. But unfortunately for Kine, I'm experienced in the ways of the bonk. I'm not going to be able to fast travel. I got to get out of here first. There's my unicorn. I'll date the crew. You have fun with that. I shan't judge you.
Ella.
But speaking of dates, time to go visit Daphne. Ooh, Megareese is up for grabs. Again. And Corinth fell. That's not good. Greek hockey. Dinosaur street hockey called Karanzine was played by the ancient Greece with curved sticks and a ball. You don't know that. What? Raising Hand likes Magnus because as one of the magic he has is he can turn Raven into a girl, into a parrot, a real parrot. Ah. As long as the Lord Inquisitor doesn't know that. I don't know, it depends how kooky the Inquisitor is. Hello, Daphne.
Slayer, I'm glad to see you again.
Glad to see you too, baby.
The pelt of the Lycaon wolf.
Lycaon. Oh, that's how it's pronounced.
A wolf is not only a vicious predator, but a cunning adversary. Many have fallen before it.
If I fall for something, it won't be a beast, but someone here on Helios.
Don't talk of falling here. Rather think of ascending to new heights.
I'll return when I have more pelts.
Master Artemis threads. Or treads. But say, I got these threads, man. Alright, let me update my hunter outfit. Alright. Got most everything. Do I have the... Nope. Alright. I'm gonna actually get a beeline on that. How many more pelts do I have to get? I don't think I have too many more. Let's see. I have two more. The bear and the boar. The boar is an Elise. Okay. Here. Ugh. I hate that thing. But we must do that which we must do. Kill the Spartan traders and kill and destroy their weapons racks. Time to kill some filthy traders. Pig missile? No. We already beat pig missile. This is a Nurgle pig. But we're not dealing with Nurgle pig. We probably will not get to Nurgle pig tonight. Thank goodness. How about what Abaddon be if he followed the path of Archaon the Everchosen? The path of Archaon the Everchosen is simply let the riders just allow you to win. That is, Archaon the Everchosen is only the Everchosen, only as powerful as he is because the plot demanded it. Because let me put it to you this way, like, Chaos just got so many wins in the end times out of nowhere, and so, to the point where everyone's like, wait, what? Yeah. It's not fun. And also, this is going to surprise you. Can't believe I'm saying this. Abaddon is a better written character than Archaon the Everchosen.
It's not hard to admit.
Well, let me put it to you the reason. Why is Abaddon the head of Chaos Undivided in Warhammer 40k? He was the son of Horus Lupercal. He was head of the Mournival. And he fought in the Horus Heresy on the side of the traitors, has a great sense of honor and understanding, and followed his father willingly down the path of chaos. After his father died, his legion was shattered and broken, and he being the last functioning leader, he rallied the legions together and the rest of the traitors, and basically he took up the mantle when no one else really could or would. And so he has now some are going to go, it's daddy issues, but at least it's a legitimate issue. Here's how Archaon the Everchosen became a champion of chaos. There was a Norskin who went on a raid into the Empire. The Norskin wandered inside of a hut. There was a lady inside of the hut, and the lady said, if you don't hurt me and my family, I will lay with you. To which she said, deal. Lady got pregnant, gave birth to the kid. Kid wound up wandering around until he impersonated a knight's son, and then joined an order of Sigmar. And then he found a book that's had a prophecy that said, hey dude, you're totally going to become like a champion of chaos. And he said, no, this can't be true. Sigmar, say it isn't true. The statue of Sigmar did not reply. Well, frickin', I'm joining chaos. That's it. I am not exaggerating. That is pretty much what happened. There was a prophecy. He said it can't be true. Didn't get a direct reply. Well, then fine. I guess it's true. So yeah, that's it. And then he goes off into the wastes. He goes off into the chaos wastes, and the chaos gods just go, yeah, you're the guy. Archaon sounds like a Reddit atheist. To a degree.
Kind of is.
But yeah, he just like, yeah, I guess, well, I didn't get an immediate reply from my statue, so I guess Satan for me, that's how it worked. They cooked, but it was undercooked. Yep. Isn't there a theory that Archaon's father is Be'lakor? I have heard that theory, yes.
Found them.
Daddy, why are you cringe?
Daddy, why are you cringe, father? But it's just wild. And I found out that also Archaon the Everchosen actually is based off of Abaddon. Abaddon is actually older in lore than Archaon. It's just Archaon has a better character design because he doesn't have that stupid top knot. But yeah, I personally do not care for Archaon the Everchosen. Would you ever grow your hair into a top knot for $100? I do not have the hair to do that anymore, and even if I did, no.
$100 not worth.
So Archaon the Chosen is the Gary Stew. Essentially, basic. Because here's how I don't know what it was about fantasy, but the Games Workshop just like Chaos has to win. Chaos has to win because they did this event called Storm of Chaos, where they had to have. Where like, hey, submit your game reports and that'll actually add into lore. Chaos got their crap wrecked. Absolutely demolished. Every single time. They did not make it out of Kislev, they were losing so badly. But they were just like, but Chaos needs to win. So they kept on just saying, oh, well, despite all this, Chaos advances, until eventually they're like, okay, who would you rather win, Grimgor Ironhide or Archaon the Everchosen? Thinking everyone would pick Archaon the Everchosen. And so they all freaking voted on it. So they're like, screw you, no. We want the orc to win because if Edward Chosen wins, the world ends. But don't worry, they retconned that out of existence, and then we got the end times. Which legion annoys you guys more, the Space Wolves or the Black Legion? Space Wolves. Because the Black Legion, I hate that they basically have a similar problem with Archaon the Everchosen. They always fail upwards. Or rather, what happens is they're not allowed to fail in any meaningful way. But the Space Wolves get a lot more love and affection from the lore than I think they have any right to. Particularly when they're far more interesting chapters and organizations. At the very least, Space Wolves been told Archaon's going to have some really great end times we can. Oh, they better update him in Lord of the End Times, because right now there is no reason to play him. Other than you just want to confederate everybody. I sense a Space Wolf ramp incoming. You never can tell. But yeah, the problem there is with the Space Wolves is they get to break so much lore. Oh, no wonder the stealth wasn't working properly. Oh. Let me switch over into the actual stealth gear. No wonder I'm having problems. But the Space Wolves, the lore is allowed to bend for them. The common tactic with the Black Templars is the Imperium suffers a Pyrrhic victory, but they manage to push them back. But Abaddon got exactly what he wanted. But he tried and failed 13 times. He didn't fail. He just was doing something else that was super important. And that was his actual goal. You just didn't see it. Of course, this plot line is written by Nietzsche, the father of... Really? But yeah, so for me, for the Black Legion, it's just like, really? Come on? Because here's how they write chaos in the lore. Here's how they write Chaos Legions. If they want a Chaos Legion to win, that's all four Chaos Gods. They pick the Black Legion. If they want Chaos to lose, they get the Word Bears. If they want to pick a Mono God to win, they pick the Khorne. If they realize Khorne's getting old and stale, they grab the Death Guard. And then they briefly acknowledge Slaanesh exists, and then if they want a singular Chaos God to lose, they grab the Thousand Sons. They are designed to lose. Listen, to quote Pancreas No Work, the Thousand Sons have lost to the Ynnari. You do not recover from that. You have lost to the Ynnari. But yeah, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Space Wolves. The Space Wolves, the problem is, basically, there are these rules that are set up kind of for how the Space Marines are supposed to function. I don't just mean like, oh, there's the Codex Astartes they have to follow. More on the guidelines of, hey, these are things we expect every Space Marine, like, this is how the war is. But the Space Wolves get an out for that. It's like, oh, hey, there's some really rough stuff, like librarians and psychers are super powerful, but if they don't manage their powers properly, that can cause corruption, and you potentially could cause damage and cause tears in the rift and all these sorts of other dangers. And that's why the Space Wolves hate psychers. They do not like witches as they were. So you think, oh, well, they don't have psychers then, like the Black Templars. Oh, no. They decided instead they have wolf priests, but it's okay because their power doesn't come from the warp. It totally comes from Fenris, you guys. I super promise it's totally different. No. It's totally different because we're space Vikings, you guys. We get to be special. So, yeah, you get that bull crap. Not to mention the fact that, oh, yeah, we have a Khornate axe that our chapter master just wields around. Now, bear in mind, this setting is very big on using chaos-tainted artifacts is a bad idea. A very, very bad idea. The Inquisition will regularly kill people if they have found to be exposed too long to the taint of chaos. I believe the Dark Angels at one point realized they had been exposed to the warp for too long, and so their chaplain had them said we all have to kill ourselves because we've all been tainted. But the Space Wolves, they're Lorgan. What's the chapter master's name or whatever the frick he's called? Yeah, Grimnar can just wield that coronate axe, no problem. No negative side effects at all because the wolves are just that magical. They're just so special because space Vikings, you guys. Aren't Vikings cool?
Thank you. The gods will not
Thank you,
forget your
Outlaw.
actions, Mistress.
So yeah, that's part of the reason why I find the Space Wolves so annoying. They're hypocritical, the rules bend around them, and I could forgive that. I could forgive a lot of that if they weren't so beloved by Games Workshop. Games Workshop gives them near almost ultramarine treatment in terms of the lore. Basically, if the ultramarines aren't getting something, it's probably the dang furries that are getting something. Vikings in general are kind of overrated. Yeah, and I hate saying that because I think Vikings are cool. Norse culture is cool. But the problem is, there's a lot of people just like, yeah, the Vikings are just the coolest. They're the best. They're everything. And so they just shove Viking. And I'm like, pick something else, dude. Pick something else or get some fresh ideas with it. Because they have two things going for them. They're Vikings and they're furries. And both bore me at this point.
Chaos is not made stronger or weaker by what legions they are able to run to their side.
It's always good to have that. I get to have my Christian Legion plan, and if Games Workshop doesn't like that, then they have to give the Space Wolves an L, which they never will. Closest thing they got to an L would be how they actually did lose some forces during the Months of Shame. But the problem is, the Space Wolves consider that a W.
Everyone considers it a W for the Space Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the Space Wolves don't even call it the Months of Shame. They just refer to it as the Battle for Tenants.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely wild. Raven, how would you write a Thousand Sons book?
I wouldn't. There's nothing to write. Oh, the majority of the chapter are a bunch of pixie dust. Arlen's too busy trying to figure out how to undo it and how to please Siege to try to get him on his good side. If Magnus is too busy collecting his shards and ranting about how he wants to get revenge on Prospero and Terra, there's nothing about the chapter that's interesting. I don't say that to be mean, I say that because it's the facts. The Thousand Sons are boring.
Yep. But yes, I did see Thankful in the new trailer. And I thought it was funny, particularly the fact they were referencing the part where Felix was just like, wait, do I know you? And he just loses his mind. Because Raven put it into perspective, that's like if the Joker captured the Batman and Batman wait, who are you? It's amazing how Egyptian space wizards can be made boring. Yeah, the problem is the Necrons do it better. They actually nail down the aesthetic better. Alright, sure. Now where are these weapon racks I need to smash? Because I've pretty much eradicated everyone here. Oh, here we are. How did that... Okay, fine. Steel weapon first.
That's two. Time to find the
Make it
others.
make sense. Neither of us have read the 500 Rules campaign book, so...
I don't have an opinion on it one way or the other. I haven't touched it.
The only opinion I have on it, based on what I have, is I'm like, oh, of course we're going back to Ultramar. And listen, I'm happy Titus is involved and all that, but it's kind of like... Yeah, there was a big chunk of focus on, like, I know it technically was 8th edition, but the whole Dark Imperium thing with...
What I find most funny about the Space Wolves there, Wanderer, is that Space Wolves fans will go on and on about how cool and badass and awesome the Space Wolves are, and how much better they are than everyone else. And yet, when you look at them, when you really look at them, you realize the only reason they get any wins is because the writers have to force it. And here's what I mean by that. Look at them in 30K. They are actually pathetic. In 30K, they get like no W's. I'm not even kidding. In any major battle in the Heresy, they get no W's. Think about it. Leman Russ leads his wolves to go and take a planet and wants to beat the lion to winning. The lion wins. He loses his temper and picks a fight with the lion. The lion kicks his ass. They leave. The Heresy starts. Leman is sent to go get to Prospero and convince Magnus to be a good boy for once. Magnus refuses and they fight and they do burn Prospero, but Magnus and most of the Thousand Sons get away. They didn't even kill them right.
And in the process, they also made one loyal legion become traitor.
Yep.
Now, granted, that wasn't entirely his fault, but still.
Then he decides to go and fight Horus, deciding he'll end this rebellion right now. He loses, and the Space Wolves have to retreat.
And take grievous casualties in the process.
They then decide to go into another battle to redeem themselves. They lose tremendously and run back to Fenris for the vast majority of the rest of the Heresy to lick their wounds and pretend they mattered. Only at the end of the Heresy does Leman Russ finally join up with Lion to go back to Terra, where nothing happens. I love how people always say, Lion, where were you during the siege of Terra? Yeah, where were you, Wolf? Where were you, Wolf King? What were you doing?
It's a legitimate question. Oh yeah, and he also fights Angron and loses. Don't want to forget that.
Yep, he fights Angron and loses. That's a fun one. The Space Wolves have had no meaningful victories while Leman Russ was around. Only after he's gone do they suddenly start getting victories, and that's because the writers suddenly decided, you know what? They're kind of cool, aren't they?
Well, the thing is, it's kind of almost the reverse, because bear in mind, they never fleshed out the lore of 30K until much later. But the Space Wolves were very important from the beginning. Let me put it into this perspective. The second edition, when they actually started to take the setting seriously, rather than just being sort of goofy, the Space Wolves got their own codex. The Dark Angels and Blood Angels had to share a codex. That's the thing. Dark Angels and Blood Angels, you have to share. Space Wolves, though, you get your own thing, buddy boy. And I actually read the second edition Space Wolves Codex. Admittedly, it's not bad. It's better than I think than the modern ones. Hold on, let me talk to this guy.
True hero. Maybe one day they'll sculpt the statue of me.
No, we gotta have you be forgotten.
Leonidas. He was Sparta's last true hero.
Dude, Lysander is right behind
Only
me.
under the yoke of the Persian Empire if it wasn't for his courage. The same blood courses through your veins.
And you need to get that checked immediately.
So, our blood is the blood of kings.
You are so much more.
We
than
was
a
kings.
You carry the blood of heroes, blood of power. Remember what I told you?
That people would try to take that power for themselves.
And then
They
you
want a blood
promise.
I
transfusion.
wouldn't let them.
Hold out your spear.
I mean, in public? Oh, you meant the spear of Leonidas. We can just do this now.
All of this talk of the Pythia, I do not care what she says.
Enough!
We have grown tired of your insolent tongue.
Secretive cult, guys.
Sparta will not go to war. The Pythia has spoken. Pythia says what you tell her to say. She has been your puppet for far too long.
Spartan Nick Cage is very upset.
Cut her strings.
Oh, Leonidas. The days of heroes are over. You think your blood makes you special?
Just because you're AB positive.
It would spill to the ground and disappear through the cracks. You are no one.
Says the guy in a Dollar General mask.
You are more than welcome to find out.
Yeah.
Your fate is sealed, son of the lion.
Son of the Lion. We're Dark Angels.
He will unite us. He will bring order to chaos.
Aha. So you guys are so lazy that you're not even going to control the Greek word. You're just going to have the Persians do it instead. So not only are you an evil cult, you're a lazy evil cult. I'm sure pissing off the King of Sparta will have no negative repercussions. I mean, that worked out well for those Trojans, right?
You have to go through me.
And they did go through him, or rather around him. It was a complicated thing.
Incredible. Now, do you understand?
What must I do?
It's time we embrace our destiny.
You know, that would have been a useful flashback to show people before they threw my sister off of a cliff.
Our bloodline has risen to those who would enslave us.
It's time we rise again.
Well, well, well. Mother and son united in Sparta at last. And look at you, a god and goddess among mortals.
King Pausanias, we're honored. I was sorry to hear about your father.
Yes.
To believe he would slip on a banana peel. Nobody saw it coming.
Remember Alexios, my king?
Who could forget? The boy who died to save his sister. Such a tragedy. An innocent child put to death because of an ancient, merciless law.
I was the only one put to death. You don't sound like most Spartans.
Ancient and merciless. Most Spartans live and die.
That's all right, Dr. Leon.
But you sound more progressive.
And you sound like you've been rubbing elbows with Athenians.
Whoa. You just mean talking.
In any case, Sparta was weakened by losing you. Losing you both.
We're examples of why these laws must change.
Oh, I agree. But King Archidamos, if he could carve Spartan law across the chests of every citizen, he would.
I've talked him down to just getting tattoos.
I've spent my whole life looking over my shoulder. If Sparta is to be my home again, I'd rather it be a peaceful one.
Peace at what cost? When Spartans aren't killing, they're training to kill. And when they're not killing Athenians, they're declaring war on their own people. But we're not here to talk about the
I mean, that's how the whole warrior culture got started. The giant slave revolt they put down.
After what happened to my father in Megaris, we want it back.
Please tell me that Odyssey's not about to have a moral outcry.
You may not live in Sparta anymore, but
Believe it or
I'm
not,
still king.
no.
Graciously
Okay.
We actually crushed a Helot slave rebellion. Which is funny to think about. Looks in America, how dare you have slavery, Ottomans and Spartans? You guys rock!
Still hasn't forgiven you for the whole nose incident.
Lark, do you think the Lamenters were in the wrong to deny the Iron Halo after the Slaughterhouse 3 war against orcs? I'd have to look more into that one. I'm not as familiar with that. The only thing I know about the Lamenters is really just if they show up, say, please go away. We love you, mean it, but we want to live.
Military training. Their discipline and fearlessness makes Sparta's army the most feared in the world.
Actually, it's the drilling, but we don't have to go into
They
that.
have become corrupt and
I won't go into
bloodthirsty.
that.
And training
You
boys
won't
to
go
kill
into that.
unarmed peasants is nothing
That's
to be
the
proud
game.
of. Do you want your home back or not?
Yes, evil Graham. I'm sorry, I got confused.
Support the senseless slaughtering of their people.
Alright.
If killing Cryptia will get our home back, I'll do it.
Okay, killing Cryptia and putting us like. Let's talk to Lysander. Spartan Ottomans, a little on the left cheek, please.
You're not one of my soldiers. You better have a good reason for being here.
Lysander, I've heard of you from the British Grenadiers.
We We Spartans stand together. So here I am.
Because skipping together wasn't an option.
Spartan blood matters most.
It wasn't?
Looks
I
like this
know, I was
victory will
surprised.
bring you glory.
Weren't the Cryptia a secret police of Sparta? Essentially. Because it was their job to basically stealth around, and if they found helots that were, you know, a little too charismatic, a little too big into riling up the people, or could potentially go that way, the Cryptia made them disappear.
Athenian polemarchos are paralyzed with indecision. They serve too many masters.
Making them slow to react.
And that's where you come in.
They were
Infiltrate their
secret
forts and kill the
police. They were
polemarchos.
Inquisition.
I need a way clear for my troops.
They were
To my heart.
Gestapo.
Yep, we're doing all right, Dr. Leon.
Bring me their Athenian seals as proof.
Man, I should have come to you first, because I've been killing Athenian pole marks like nobody's business. Alright, find and kill the rogue members of the Cryptia. Let's see where they are. The King of Sparta.
Sparta.
Aid us! Again and again with your 300 men.
Slaughter.
Persians, glory and math. No, wait, I always get that wrong. Now, I think this horse alone should make everyone recognize me as the King of Sparta.
Believes in the old ways.
Why did the Death Guard wear rebreathers before Nurgle's gift? Because even before, they were known to be very resilient and hardy, and so they were sent into war zones that were, like, very harsh. Toxic chemicals, low atmosphere, all that. And so rebreathers were kind of a good tool to have on hand.
Not only that, but Barbaros, the home of Mortarion, was filled with toxic gas.
Because
A lot of them were just used to using rebreathers.
because of their primary industry, Taco Bell.
That's part of it.
As the saying goes, you have unprotected sex to please Slanesh. I shit my pants to please Nurgle. We are not the same.
Come on.
The leader's house. Shouldn't the leader's house be, I don't know, one of the kings? Or is this one of the king's houses? If so, okay. So I gotta kill one of these schmoes. Ah, I see.
Best stay out of sight.
Do you see any movement? They're not here.
There's no one Roman emperor that started the decline. The decline of Rome came from a lot of factors.
Next time, get after the bastard.
Oh, that was easy.
That's wonderful, Katie.
Is this how... Oh gosh, I love that video. I'm finding that after this. Is this how Sparta actually looked? To a degree, the Spartans typically wouldn't just wander around with Corinthian helmets on and no sleeves and pauldrons. That is not accurate. And also, most of them didn't ride around on flaming horses, but I figured you knew that. As for the town itself, make it a little larger, and yeah, that's kind of what we're going for here.
Come on.
One of the king's house? Yeah, it must be one of the king's house. That must be some of the king's men.
What about the king's horses and that?
They're dealing with some Humpty Dumpty feller.
Gotcha.
Why does Sparta have two kings, and when did that end? I forget it ended kind of before the Romans came in, but the Spartans basically had two kings, as it was called a diarchy. And the basic idea was they acted in theory, they were the ones in charge, and they were basically, Sparta came together by the forming of two clans, essentially, and you basically have one king from each clan, and that's kind of how it worked. But in practice, the real leaders of Sparta were the Avars, which was a council of elders. But the Spartan kings acted basically as hereditary generals. Not that they didn't have any say on Spartan politics, they 100% did. It's just the Avars were the ones that were typically running the day-to-day operations. We'll see the Avars a little later.
Well, I mean, you see one, Augusta's an Avor.
Yeah, but she's busy getting with the Primarch, right?
Which Primarch did we decide for her? I don't think we decided one. Oh, they call her Ephor and
Afor, Avor. It's all Greek to me.
ironic because she's supposed to be like
Roman.
Rome.
Yeah, but the Romans copied as my. No, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to get on my horse. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's all. I can't get mad at him for that. That was on me. I did not mean. Well, there goes me getting my land back. Dude, just murked a Spartan out of nowhere. To quote the Heavy from TF2, oh, this is bad.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh. But yeah, eventually the diarchy just became a monarchy over time. But by that point, the Sparta was kind of a backwater again, and so it really didn't matter. Because the problem is, a lot of people like to praise Sparta for its conservative policy that kept it in solid tradition and kept it unique and distinctive, which is good, but the problem is sometimes they needed to reform, and they didn't. And because they couldn't reform, and because they didn't reform, eventually they would become to be taken out by Thebes, then later the Romans. Is that an Athenian? How did you two get to Laconia? Did you get lost? Gosh dang it, kind. How do they get past the mountain pass in the first place? I want to know that myself. Oh, several mountain passes, but the Peloponnese. All of Greece is pretty mountainous. Has anyone seen my horse? It's been missing for some time. Yeah, about that. That better not be a wolf. Gosh, dang it. Kine, would you just chillax? Are you still upset about the Minotaur? Or was it the Lycanian wolf now that you're kind of pissed about?
Listen up! I'm only going to say this once. This village stinks like a pig's asshole.
Let's see. Alright, do I have any better bows? Yes, I do. Alright.
Everyone shut up, or you'll eat steel! I'd be more than happy to bash your teeth in if you don't settle down!
Oh, what's the matter? You don't like it? Also, rookie mistake for the Cryptia. Don't go, aggravating the Helots directly. Rookie mistake.
Come on, let's go.
And the crowd doesn't react. I think they're in a state of shock.
Come on.
And now we ride.
Yeah. Ella.
Wait, hold on. What the heck is this? This isn't my horse. That's better. What other rookie moves did they make? Get caught. Because here's the thing about the Cryptia. You had to be stealthy. If you just run over to walk up to a helot and then stab them, not a good look. Because one, you're sloppy. Two, the helots can recognize you and know who to go after. But if someone just disappears, you know the Cryptia did it, but it's not like you can go point fingers at any random Spartan. As the German army, how well the fighting the Greeks in the mountains went, they still took it, but damn did they work for it. As the Italians out was fighting them in the mountains. Looks like we got ourselves a little isthmus. I find it weird that Ubisoft would have you signing with the Spartans to keep helots enslaved. They're not African, so I don't think they care.
Ubisoft way too much credit in terms of what they care about, what they value in principle.
Yep. Because keep in mind, there was a literal mission we did on Evia where we help a guy stay enslaved because he asked us. Gosh dang it, Link. I'm running into every animal here. Get on my back now, you giant cat. Greeks don't play around with their sovereignty. Yeah, once they got it back from the Ottomans, they weren't happy about it. They don't want to give it up ever again, and I can't blame them. Fort Prazi. Oh, well, it looks to me like I may have a secret way in. Now, fellas, I respect the war's been hard on everybody, but this fort is a bit of a fixer-up situation. You have some helots, go around and, or heck, even hire some perioikoi and go and fix this problem. For those of you who don't know, perioikoi are basically the other Laconian Greek tribes that are allied with Sparta. Because when the Spartans went to war, the Spartan soldiers were basically the cream of the crop that did the heavy lifting of the fighting, but the perioikoi basically filled out the ranks. Occasionally they would even bring helots to war. Like Ravane and the Yanari, I can't complete the prophecy because the last crone sword is in the palace of She Who Thirsts. Yeah, I know. There were some people that were hoping when Fulgrim came back he was going to be wielding it and that would give them the opportunity to grab it, but right now, that would require Games Workshop acknowledging the Eldar, and they don't like doing that. They're like, listen, we just gave you an Exodite model. That's all you get for this decade. How did the Peloponnesian War start in the first place? An excellent question. Let's take a trip down history lane. So, this little island right here is called Delos. It is basically where the funds are kept for the Delian League. Now, the Delian League is run by Athens. Now, Athens, after the Persian Wars, because bear in mind, Athens was kind of the one that kicked that off. So, okay, we're going to have to go all the way back. So, there are a couple types of Greeks. But over in Anatolia, you can't see it, but just imagine it's over this way, are the Ionian Greeks. Now, the Ionian Greeks get conquered by the Persians. And several Ionian Greek cities want to start their own democracies. Athens starts funding those. The rebellions get put down by the Persians, and the Persians are kind of miffed. And that starts the Persian Wars. You all know how that goes down, 300, Salamis, all that jazz. However, after this, the Athenians get a bit big for their britches, and they use the existential threat of the Persians. Yeah, Pancreas has a little mention about that. They use the existential threat of the Persians to basically unite other Greek city-states and other Greek kingdoms and tribes into essentially making a defense pact and saying, like, anyone who fights the Persians, we're going to be there to help. They even sent an expedition down to Egypt to help fight, which had varying degrees of success, and by that I mean it didn't. So but they are still throwing their weight around. But eventually, they stop collecting money for defenses, and it used to be what happened is like, hey, if you didn't have the funds to throw into your like pay your dues, essentially, you could say, hey, can I throw in a few triremes or biremes to support the mutual navy, and we call it a day? And the Athenians would go, sure, that's fine. But eventually they said, no, you have to give us silver or gold. That silver and gold was stored on Delos, and then that would go to pay for military support, hoplites, triremes, the whole deal. Eventually, though, that stopped being used to produce triremes and started being used to produce building projects like the Parthenon. And so with this, a lot of people started getting upset, going, "Hey, this isn't going for our mutual defense. This is going just for the creation of an Attican empire." To which the Athenians are like, "What? No, it isn't. And if it was, shut up." Eventually, you had, I believe, Lemnos, and I forget the other one. But they both decided, yeah, we've had enough of being in the Delian League. We're leaving. One of them even go so far as saying, I would rather be under the Persian yoke than continue to work under the Athenian yoke. And so how did Athens respond? By burning their islands to the ground and selling all the men into slavery. So as you can see, not exactly a good look. And then the final straw came when they moved the treasury from Delos, which was supposed to be on neutral ground, to Athens herself. Dropping all pretenses, the Delian League is the Athenian Empire, and it's here to stay. Athenian-style democracy or else. Now, obviously this upsets the neighbors, and so eventually they start getting in wars with other Greek city-states, including Corinth, which is why I find it so funny that they're blue. The Corinthians and the Athenians start going to war with each other. The Corinthians get a slight edge out, but the Athenians are still probably going to win the war. So the Corinthians and Athenians go to meet with the Spartans, because the Spartans, after 300, they're still kind of known as the big fellas on campus. Everybody respects them in their military. Everybody knows they have the best heavy infantry of the ancient world, at least at this time. And so they're both trying to win them over. The Corinthians want them to go to war. The Athenians want them to stay out of it, because they don't care that Sparta is doing its own thing. If the Spartans just stay in Laconia, they're like, we don't care. Let them do their own thing. That's fine. And so the Corinthians basically go before them and go, look what they're doing. They're spreading their democratic ideals. They're basically, everyone has to be like them, subservient to them, and pay them. Do you really want to, have fought off the Persians only for them to be replaced by another potentially greater evil? And the Athenians could have just capitalized and said, listen, we fought together in the Persian Wars. We're of a mutual cause. We're just getting involved in some stuff. It doesn't concern you. Just stay out of it. Here's some gifts. Chill. The Athenians did not do that. They said, well, you, Mr. Sparta, what are you called again? Laconians or whatever? Yeah, whatever, losers. You should continue with your little sheep farming and pig fucking, and leave the larger diplomatic and war issues to the real big power, the Delian League, you wimps. So the Spartan response was, cowabunga it is. And thus began the first of the Peloponnesian Wars. And they duked it out, and for a good chunk of it, the Athenians had to basically let their navy do the heavy lifting while Sparta besieged Athens. So yeah, that's how it got started. Long explanation, I know, but it had to be said. Now, where was I? I was trying to climb out of this hole.
Here's a question for you it's a comment on my video on the Knights of Zion. I don't understand his criticism.
What is his criticism?
He says, just go Grey Knights. Knights of Zion would be the space Jews. And if you want to go space Jews, just go Moloch and Minotaurs, space Jews who've stolen Greek mythology. He's
an anti-Semite.
Oh.
He doesn't like the name Zion. because of Zionism. He only associates it with Israel.
But Zion is biblical.
Yes, it is, but it's also found in the Old Testament, and Zionism is basically the term for being pro-Israeli, and so he doesn't like the name.
I should
But
stay
Zion
hidden
is
if
the
I don't want
mountain
to
which
fight.
God calls us.
Yes, I know, but they hate Jews, so that's all they're going to say. So just ignore him. Sparta, I call this aggressive negotiations. Sparta more recalled it. I call this clubbing a baby seal that got too big for its britches. It's like, Sparta, no, throat punch. Literally, though. I also have that mission for that one Athenian general to kill pole marks. Oh, sweet, level up. I love Angels of Zion, they're awesome. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Knights of Zion myself. I just think it's a fun idea. Because who doesn't want to kill demons for as a holy way of redemption? Who doesn't want to do that?
I just can't believe that someone is that bloody stupid.
Listen, I've dealt with a lot of anti-Semites. They get these blinders on where it's just like, is that Jewish? I don't like the Jews. We got to go against it. Like, the guy's just jealous he's not an Angel of Zion. Probably so. And it's just like, this doesn't even have to do with Israel. We just picked Zion because of its biblical nature and its importance in the Bible.
Zion is the mountain of God, and it is stated that those who God has called to his purpose will gather on Zion. It is stated in the book of Isaiah, in the book of Hebrews, in the book of Revelation, in the book of Peter. It is not just Old Testament philosophy, it is the mountain of God. And what I think is so disgusting about that is you're just taking the word and applying it to the Jewish people, but saying that it's therefore Judaism and therefore bad. That's stupid.
Well, yes. It's actually interesting, though, that you point that out, Dr. Leon, not Dr. Leon, Dragon, is that both sides would have been revering Athena. The guy just doesn't understand. You're right, Hannah, he doesn't understand.
He just doesn't understand.
But the problem is he doesn't want to understand. Oh, look, the reinforcements came. You see, right now, I'm actually doing what the Cryptae are supposed to be doing. Notice they're afraid, because they don't know where I am.
It's a brain!
Especially when you try and take the actions of a few as a monolith for every one of them. And here's the thing, if you're not a fan of, like, the state of Israel, I get it.
Here's my thing. He says just go with the Grey Knights and not because it would be the Knights of Zion just face Jews. And I'm like, hold on. The Knights of Zion worship Jesus. And Grey Knights do not. How does that follow?
It doesn't. But it doesn't matter. He saw Zion, he saw red, and he just started frothing at the mouth.
Well, I guess there are stupid people in the world.
Yep. No, that's a different game.
We need to search for him carefully. As you say.
Yes, you do need to search for me carefully, but you're not going to find me that easily. Yeah. Who is that indeed? Ah, gosh dang it. You just had to turn around. Oh crap, where were you? What's the matter, can't climb up walls? Wait, are you guys using arrows and you call yourselves Spartans? Oh, wow. Oh, he flew. Oh, no, I just wanted to climb.
Take them down!
There you are. You're the one I actually came to kill. Alright, well guys, you have fun. Actually, now that I think about it, I kind of have to kill all of you, because I'm trying... You guys understand, I can't have the Spartans thinking I'm a traitor. So, you all have to die. No hard feelings, though, right?
We're still friends.
In a loving, caring sort of way.
You're fine. It's okay.
Most 40k guys never touch grass. Lived one base. I didn't want to get on 40k guys in particular, because listen, most of the 40k people that I've seen like our talk on the Knights of Zion have gone like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, or they just go, no, it's not for me, and that's perfectly fine. But to just see Zion and go, and it happened like what? And there are other people that can get confused, like when I told the braziers were already lit, but whatever. Oh, and I have two boys coming after me now. That's wild. Krapos the Progenia and Thrameris the Mountain. Are any of them actually above me? Okay, one is in tier 5. Okay, I don't care about him. But one is the top of tier 3. Ooh. We'll see if he survives. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a level up in me. Let's see.
It's a sad day. It's a very sad day.
We're gonna up our stealth one more time. Because they'll never see me coming. There's a bounty hunter nearby. Oh no. Can a tragic backstory be great for character development to overcome their fears? Yeah, it can be.
What's the question?
Can a tragic backstory be good character development for overcoming fears? Depends on how you write it, honestly.
Do you mean the tragic backstory makes them overcome their fears?
Or drives them to?
Well, I'm confused. Can you give an example of what you mean?
I think probably the best example would be Batman. Because he has... Who saw me? Oh, you?
I'm taking that mountain!
You don't even know where I am, dude. Come get me. Oh no, they found me. But for how long? Oh, you're the weak one. Well, I suppose, come on down. We can get started on the process of killing you. Peter Parker is another good example with Uncle Ben, but he didn't so much overcome his fears.
That wasn't overcoming a fear.
That was him learning a lesson. The reason I said Batman, particularly if you look at like not Christopher Nolan, it was Christopher Nolan. Like Batman Begins, he was afraid of bats, and he in general he was afraid, and so he when he leaves the opera because his fear he gets, for lack of a better word, triggered. His parents take him out. Take him outside into the alley to get out of the opera, and that's when they get killed. And so with that, he wants to basically use his fear, overcome it, and spread it amongst those who cause problems in Gotham.
Your head's worth a lot.
Yes, it is. But you have to be alive to collect it. Funny how that works. I see you're a student of Nergal. Oh, I know a thing or two about... Oh, crap. Yoink.
But I was saying it's a sad day that we've reached a point where we become so anti-Jewish that we actually conflate that with an anti-Christian.
Yep.
Like, tell an anti-Semite that Jesus was a Jew and they'll profit from that.
Literally, though, actually.
One of his titles is King of the Jews. Like,
He is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. What are your problems with Absolute Batman?
I don't have problems with Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman, I think, it's mean. I don't dislike it. It has some
It's kind of how I feel about the situation, too. Because, I don't know, it's just like, oh yeah, Batman's actually poor this time. It's kind of like...
And he's actually friends with a lot of his villains before they become villains.
Here's an idea. Maybe you just want to write a different character.
Yeah, make a new character.
Because DC kind of needs to do that. Listen, I love Batman as much as the next guy. But just like the Ultramarines...
I mean, I've got hero ideas. I'm willing to work with you. Like Seraph X7. I am still writing her.
You do not give them to them until they learn how to behave.
What?
Until Marvel and DC learn how to behave, neither of them get them.
What do you mean by learn how to behave?
Not be terrible writers. Basically, what they need to do is they need to give you complete creative oversight. If they allow that, then we're good. Also, Jay gets to be the artist.
Or at least artistic director.
That's fine too. Because I don't know how many, what the standard number of artists is for a single comic line now. They keep on gasping at the dead bodies like they haven't seen me murk somebody at this point. Again, you're lighting a beacon for the third time? Oh my gosh. Wait, did they see me? Who saw me? Wait, the mountain saw me? No, he didn't.
Maybe for the boulder.
The boulder does not appreciate you noticing him. For the boulder considers himself to be very stealthy.
Tell me the instant you see any.
Where does that on the villain who changes his life around in order to be a good dad for his daughter?
I mean, that's an idea.
It can work.
I don't think it's impossible.
Alright, fine. I was trying to make this more painless by going the stealth route. But it seems you have chosen the way of pain. Wait, there's more?
There's more. He gets another shot.
Yes, he does.
Would Superman be the original Gary Stu if he never had his weakness? Being a Gary or Mary Stu or Sue is not precluded to the idea that they have a weakness. Or the idea that the plot... I've said it before and I've said it again. People who say that a Mary Sue is just a perfect character is not quite accurate. It's close, but it's not there. Mary Sue or Gary Stu is a character for whom the plot must bend the knee. That is a more accurate definition. It does not mean that they never make mistakes or that they have no weaknesses. It means that the plot will always fold to what they need or to what they need to do. I'll give you a good example of what I mean. Take Rey from the new Star Wars series. People have pointed out that Rey makes mistakes. Like in the very first movie, she hits the wrong fuses that release the Ragnar or whatever they are, the giant meatballs with mouths that eat everyone. And you could argue that was a mistake. And you'd be right, it was a mistake. But it was a mistake that facilitated their escape. Had she not released those things, they would have been caught and killed by those smugglers or gangsters that were attacking Han. Their release helped them get away. The plot bent, turned her mistake into their success. And think about another aspect to her. She has never been on the Millennium Falcon until this point. She knows nothing about the ship. She is not a pilot. She's never flown anything. She's just a scavenger. And yet, not only is she able to fly the Millennium Falcon on the degree of an expert pilot, but she also recognizes the faults in it better than the person who has flown it most of his life. The plot has bent to make sure she gets everything she needs. And that is the problem. It does not mean that she doesn't make mistakes, and it does not mean that that she doesn't have weaknesses. It means the plot will ensure she never has to struggle. Another good example would be in her training montage. People always point out that the first movie is a good example. Let's look at the third movie. When she finally goes through training, do we see her struggle? Do we see her having a hard time figuring out the force? No. Everything she does well. Not really much of an issue, is there? She seems to understand it quite well, in fact. Luke, meanwhile, had such a hard time understanding it, we don't see him truly make much progress with it. In fact, we have a moment where he messes up, and he says he can't believe what he's just seen, and Yoda says, that's why you fail. He did not get it his first try.
What can you expect with a Mare Sue?
Well, I'm just helping to explain because people always ask me questions about Mary Sue's, and they always say, hey, you know, what if this character didn't have a weakness, or what if this character had this flaw, and I'm like, you're missing the point. Mary Sue's, like, people say, hey, this character has a flaw, so they're a Mary Sue. They're not a Mary Sue. Like, no, they're still a Mary Sue because the flaw is not what makes them. Is not what precludes them. The Mary Sue is not just perfect. The plot, the world, the plot, the story bends to their needs. Ray, wouldn't it be a bad idea for the 1,000 suns to cause the breaking of Emirates? Well, I mean, it's only a bad idea if it doesn't advance the plot or assist the story. Like, okay, so
What do I do?
let me put it this way. McCrag blowing up. That's a shocking change in the world of 40K. Why did it blow up? If you just say, oh, well, you know, a Chaos God just decided to sneeze at it and it blew up. Well, okay. not really all that investing, not all that interesting. But if you give a deeper meaning, like the Plague Wars left some kind of virus that was turning all the people of Macragge into monsters, so they had to exterminatus it, and it was a big decision for Rita Gillen to make since it's its own world. Now that's an interesting direction because it has to do with characters and their decisions. But just saying, oh, you know, the Thousand Suns blew up Fenris. Okay, context behind it? Did they just invade and decide to do it? Or was there something going on with the Space Wolves at the time? Did they manage to infiltrate somehow? Like, how does it change things? Well, the main character Twilight also you consider to Mary Sue?
Yes.
I don't even think that needs answering. I think you know that one.
Come on now, you know.
Like, it's like, that's like asking me if the sky is blue. It's like, hey Raven, is the sky blue? Yes.
Okay, so we've taken out another of the mercenaries. And we've gotten this sweet thing, Mallet of Everlasting Fire. Unfortunately, I gotta wait 2 levels before I can actually use it, which is a bummer. Alright, that's another down. Oh dear. It's the mountain feller again.
Not the mountain feller again.
Yes, the mountain feller. And you're a rank 2 mercenary? Not anymore. So I've now killed 3 mercenaries, and I'm now at the top of tier 4. And if as soon as I kill the little, I will be, again, I will be at tier 3. That's what you get for interfering. The Translucent, that was the name? Oh, no, she's a new one that's coming out, and she has Perseus's crown. She is the second most powerful mercenary in Greece. But now I'm in tier 3. Oh, and do I know who this is now? Oh, Exius the Legend. I believe he's a cultist. Yeah, he's a cultist. Don't worry, you'll find him eventually, big guy. Maybe we rob her later? Oh yeah, we're coming for her. Right now she's a level 49, so she's a bit tougher than us. So we're just going to keep on doing what they're doing, and so they don't call reinforcements for a 4th time. I'm booby-trapping that. only 2 guys left in the fort. Only 2 witnesses left. Well, technically, there's also those that put bounties on me. This guy has put 3,000 drachmae on my head. He's next. I never liked the One Punch Man anime. I like anime and TV shows that have character development, not just overpowered characters.
But Saitama does have character development.
That's the thing. Unlike others, like, because there's a lot of anime that are just like, oh yeah, he's so powerful, he always wins. But the thing is, you're supposed to take it a little bit more seriously. The comedy comes from Saitama.
Never make the mistake that character development means growth in power. That's what you're thinking. You're thinking that because Saitama never gets stronger, he doesn't have any development. Saitama is basically at the end of his hero arc. He is the hero at the end of the story who's achieved ultimate power and cannot lose to the bad guys. But what does the character who start there have to achieve? He's having to refine his humanity. Right now, he doesn't feel anything. He has no hopes, dreams, aspirations, joys, or fears because he doesn't feel anything. But now, thanks to Genos and several other characters who've entered his life, he is very slowly starting to regain some of his humanity and figure out what he can do in this world where he can't lose a fight. Because there's more to being a human than just being invincible.
And nobody better cut to the card.
So I'm sorry, bro. I think that you don't have to like One Punch Man. I'm not saying you have to, but saying there's no development, that's outright wrong.
I would say the proper one would be something like reincarnated. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah, that has no development. No.
Or solo leveling.
Yeah.
Because once the guy becomes super powerful, personality turns off. I mean, give Saitama credit. At least he can get angry and flustered.
Or just pick an isekai. Most isekai characters don't go through any development.
Like, after hearing the horn for the 4th time with Twitch, again with this crap? Yep, it was literally. Okay, so I have to find 2 more Spartan Seals before I can go give him goodies. Why do I care about this guy who's at the bottom? The Planewalker? Okay, so he's a Magic the Gathering card. Why do I care? What was I doing again? Oh, right. You. So now you have a guy who depopulated an entire Spartan fort by himself and 4 mercenaries coming for you. What inspired you to be a writer in the first place?
I just wanted to tell stories. I love telling stories. I love creating characters and worlds. It's what I love doing. I love to imagine myself or other people in adventures and falling in love and battling ferocious monsters and cruel villains.
So he's hiding out here. First, we scout. And now, we stealth.
I need to stay hidden.
Hey, buddy. Alright. That'll teach him to put a bounty on me. Alright. Anyway, need to go before the kings of Sparta. Which means I'm going to have to fast travel over here. Although Olympic Games were for men and boys only, the Sanctuary of Olympia hosted an athletic competitions for women, the Hera, in honor of the goddess Hera. And now we can swan dive into an actual body of water. Let's see if I can go through the streets of Sparta without shivving someone.
Mission impossible.
I know. Most friend got me into Gundam. It's more confusing than Jiba and my JJBA. And my brother got me into Code Geass, but I'm watching Danmachi. I know 2 of those. But the thing is, if you're getting into Code Geass, you really need to watch Code Ment.
That's just funny.
Yep. Because I'm at soup. I said I'm at soup.
Why are you? What do you mean you're at soup?
I'm at soup.
What are you doing at soup?
Buying clothes.
Why are you trying to buy clothes? That's so
Thank you. I also love a Dark Souls version of that. I am looking for the sun. You see, I just see darkness. Why are you trying to look for darkness in the abyss? Fokoro!
I can take you in to see the kings when you're ready.
He inadvertently created a hilarious.
Yep, what's sad is most people associate with the Dark Souls, they don't know the original.
What do I need to know before I go in?
Ah, that's right. You've never had an audience with the 2 kings.
I've met Pausanias.
King Pausanias. Really?
Greatest anime parody I've ever seen. Yes, but it's beautiful.
I didn't expect this to be pleasant.
Alright, let's do this thing.
Then let's go. Your mother's already inside.
She's been cussing them out for some time.
Where are the kings?
There.
That guy on the ground.
You've made your point, Archidamus. I yield.
Another 2 squadrons to Viatir, then. As I said.
Is that how they solve arguments?
Sometimes.
Sometimes they decide to go for a tickling contest.
Brasidas, you've come with news. Let's hear it.
My kings, may I present Merini, descendant of Leonidas, and her son Alexios.
How dare you show your face in Sparta?
Did you want me to show my ass instead?
Corinthia, my king. Yeah. He helped with the Ilotes rebellion. They want what's best for Sparta. I beg you to listen.
Let's hear what they have to say before we bloody the palace floor.
Speak, Marini. Why
I wish Romans could solve arguments that way too. Yeah, but last time a South Carolinian beat up a politician, everyone got all sensitive.
Your son killed an elder and ran.
Not to mention the crooked nose he gave you.
My family was betrayed.
Sometimes they play rock, paper, scissors. Indeed, Burger.
We've come to expose these traitors.
You haven't cared for Sparta for many years.
You are literally the sovereign of another country. It's kind of wild.
Then blame me. I killed the elder. I started all of this. So, if you want someone to prove their loyalty...
If he was wearing the purple suit, then he probably deserved it.
Sure if I should congratulate you on your honesty, or punish you for the crime you've just confessed.
The former. Definitely the former.
Has made her intentions known. What are yours?
My intentions are to return home. Here, where I was born.
What happened on Taygetos brought shame on Sparta. You and your family have no home here.
First, prove yourself loyal. Bring glory to Sparta, and redeem yourself in the eyes of the gods. Until then, neither you nor your mother have a right to your lands.
Tell me what I must do, and it will be done.
The Spartan army fights the Athenians in Boeotia. Join the commandos there. Come back victorious, or do not return.
Not a problem.
Battle won.
Spoken with confidence of a child who hasn't seen real war.
Do you know how many victories I've won for you?
Give him this and tell him I sent you.
Not so fast. 2 kings, 2 tasks.
Name it.
Heracles completed 12. 2 shouldn't be a problem.
One for you. Definitely more than 3.
First, Spartan
I lost count after that.
The Olympics will be starting soon in Elise, and our fighting champion requires an escort.
You want me to be an escort?
I'm flattered, but I'm just not pretty enough.
The Spartans return with a wreath.
That's how he'll bring glory to Sparta? By winning an event in the Olympics.
I wanted him in the Super Bowl.
By making sure Sparta wins the entire Olympics.
Perfect.
You have your orders. We'll see you when your tasks are completed.
If they're completed.
I'll get them done, and you'll give us back our home.
So the guy who killed the Cyclops Minotaur and the entire army of Kine.
Show them out. Next.
We actually know the way out. It's kind of an obvious entry in Ethics, but okay.
That went well.
Considering you still have your head on your shoulders, yes, I'd say it went very well.
The kings were generous to give us a second chance.
And all I have to do is just keep doing what I'm doing.
The Olympics.
And a war.
Is there
The war will be the
anything you
easy
need to know
part.
before setting off?
What's going on in Boeotia?
Like, have you try the War in the North game? I really think you and Raven might like it. I've heard about it. I do know it's like kind of just got remastered or re-released or something. But yeah, I'll try and give it a look. I am the single best warlord and I single-handedly get victory to you on a silver platter. Literally, though. It's like, I'm the reason you still have a navy. Alright.
I think I'm ready. And you? What will you do while I'm gone?
I received a message just before we went in.
What kind of message?
A clue to the whereabouts of another cultist. I'm going to Arcadia.
Alone?
The fates are smiling on us. I was ordered there. We can travel together.
That would be helpful. My thanks.
Now remember, she's my mother, so if you start getting close, I'm not calling you uncle. Or rather, stepdad. But can you explain why the Templars and Dragon Age are the best choice? Okay, for Dragon Age Inquisition, happy to. And we'll probably have to end on that too. So the Templars, for those of you that don't know, in Dragon Age, you have the magic works very similar to 40k how Psychers work. Magic basically has the connection to basically, I forget the specific name of it, but like what's beyond the veil, this other magical realm. That they have a direct connection to it. That's how they cast all their spells. Templars aren't just soldiers of the church, though they typically are and function that. They have the ability to consume lyrium, and through concentration and technique, can cancel and block magic, or rather, deny it. And here's the thing. There are several countries in Thedas, the continent of Dragon Age, but there are... How do I put this? There is the northern one, which was Tevinter. Templars are the best because they have calling. Yes, but that's frosting on the cake, not the whole thing. There's a strategy to this. You have the Tevinter Imperium, which is predominantly mages, and they used to own the whole continent until they got their stuff wrecked by Andraste.
They would.
Yep. Then you have further north of them, you have the Canari, which they also don't like magic, but they've been struggling fighting the Tevinter for centuries at this point. So I would call them experts, but they haven't learned from their mistakes. Now, there are several countries in the south, and they rely on Templars to deal with rogue mages, abominations, and the like. So in the events of Inquisition, where you have a Templar mage rebellion, where the Templars break from the Chantry, the church, if you will, to crush a uprising of mages, because mages are typically not, they're treated as dangers. They're typically kept within magical schools called circles, and treatment varies. Some treat them very well, others treat them very poorly. And Kirkwall treated them so poorly that procked a rebellion. And that rebellion spilled out all across the south of Thedas. And so, in the events of Dragon Age Inquisition, you get to choose. Does the Inquisition make an alliance with the rebelling mages? Or do you make an alliance with the Templars? I make the argument that siding with the Templars is best because, one, they're actually trained soldiers, and that helps. Two, because whichever one you ally with, the other will wind up being used against you. The rebel mages can still potentially come back because they're just signing on with Teventer. If the Templars side against you, they all get corrupted with red lyrium and become monsters. Combine that with the fact that if you lose the majority of the Templars, rebuilding a Templar order is going to be very hard. And Templars are necessary. Otherwise, mages and abominations are going to be far more commonplace, and that is not a situation you want to be in. The Templars might seem harsh, but they are a necessity. And so you only have a handful of Templars that can still be used to help contain mages if they are gone. So that's why I think it's best to side with them. So there's other reasons too, but that's basically the reason. It makes logistical sense to help support the wing of your army. You're always going to have more mages because more people are going to be born, because you'll have people that are randomly born with the ability. But Templars require training, so losing all that experience by just letting them fall to Corypheus is not ideal. And also, it makes Cullen happy, who is a good romance choice if you're playing a female Inquisitor, and it also makes the Seeker happy, who is a good choice, good romance choice if you're playing a male Inquisitor. So yeah, and I personally enjoy Cassandra's romance arc because I think it's adorable. But anyway, happy to explain that. But that is going to be where we have to call it. It has been fun, but regrettably I have work tomorrow, so. So do I. Yes, adulting calls. But anyway, thank you for joining us here, and I hope you have a wonderful night, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.